all now finally out of combat.
Yeah.
Who's the amateur now, bitch?
I would say my rage continues and I head straight towards those boxes.
Okay, cool. Add inspiration before we yell at.
You also hear a panting and a heavy sort of jog as you just see Nut coming up like,
Where the fuck have you been?
oh, you guys, the thing in the boulder and dragon, and I stamped on a man and...
Add inspiration for me, please. Sweet. So yeah, and then Run. You're smashing some boxes, are you?
I am simply tearing those boxes, smashing into them, throwing them across the room, no matter what's in.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you go through and you do exactly that. So shards of wood, and you see the things that come out of them. They're general like traders, supplies. There's any sort of like artisan who would have been moving along the southern road. It seems like these guys have ambushed them and taken their shit. So yeah, all manner of different produce comes flying out from where he is.
I'll pass in my mace to help.
It's not needed right now.
How about you guys take your rage over to those eggs over there?
That's the next one.
Yeah, it always helps me.
Anyway, I'm running back up the tunnel.
Okay, cool. One sec, let's quickly stop that and get back to our slightly more ominous music.
Wants to always eat someone's unconscious ass.
So you which way are you heading? Sorry, Yala?
Way back up. Those robes are mine.
Are you're gonna go strip Chappie naked?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You should wake up naked.
So yeah, Yala, you go over to where Chappie is and begin dragging him out of his clothes.
Yeah. So essentially, I will prop him up against the wall so he'll be nude and tied up. I'll use like scraps of the other people's cloaks.
Okay.
To tie him up.
Okay.
And then I look like a fucking child in robes that are way too big for me, so I'm like flapping them, but they look real ornate. So.
Okay, sweet, yeah. So yeah, you shake Chappie out of his clothes.
And I'm still wearing my feather headdress.
Okay, cool. Let me see if what else Chappie might have had on him. So
your robes are nicer than mine.
So Chappie also had a nice quarterstaff. It's not any sort of like extra damage. It's just like similar to his robes. It's got these dragons like carved into
nice, absolutely taking that.
Into the sides of it.
Quarterstaff. Hey, I finally have a melee weapon for the first time in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I get for that?
So quarterstaff, let's quickly.
It's a D8 two-handed.
Oh yeah, you put it on yours.
Oh, so you will be strong.
And gnomes use them. Recognizing they're so tiny.
There is rules for which weapons gnomes can use, isn't there? But I don't think it's it's not a heavy weapon, is it?
No.
So
it might just be really long, but
yeah. It is like it's an adult dragonborn sized staff. So to you it would look like the pikes from Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
Like it's very tall. You might want to shave it down.
Does he have anything else?
So yes, he would. He would, similar to the other cultists, he would have a spellcasting focus. You don't know whether or not because his is considerably larger, big bling, Mr. Teeth, and
great
underneath.
What does it look like?
It's gold and in the shape of like a snake dragon.
Reform it into your own one.
Yeah.
So I would now be shattering these eggs.
You're going to go start breaking eggs.
The rage will continue shattering eggs.
Okay.
As in planning to smash the things inside them, not smash them. Like as in crush egg.
There's a lot of eggs there, and you would be jostling them to do so.
You're gonna ruin my fun, aren't you?
The alternative is like cover you in baby owls.
Oh, look at all this XP.
There is a lot of XP. We could all do it, guys.
Why don't you just hold off? Let us rest up just a bit, and then we'll do it.
Roll you probably do pad over in that direction.
If you can drag me
roll
away.
You probably do notice there. You walk past the man who's tied to the two posts as well. I'll drop something in for him.
So he's naked, right?
He is. Yes, he is naked.
I demand a roll.
No.
Just kidding.
I'm not rolling for length.
14.
Jesus.
So what they say about Dragonborns is true.
He's just a normal man.
Yeah,
this guy. Okay.
Yeah, this guy's just a dude. Oh yeah, did you think for Chappie when you shook him out of your...
Right, forget my plan of smashing for now.
Okay, but yeah, you'd walk past this man with his head sort of hung down, Actually, roll. Now that you're closer, are you paying any attention to him, or would you just stop straight past?
Not a thing.
Okay, cool. You stop. Roll. I'm not going to roll perception for it. I would say as you get closer to the eggs, you're probably going to smash them, and you do notice that some of them are gently. They're not like splitting at the top and opening, but you see that some of them are clearly inside. They have some movement to them. They jostle in their positions where they are. You can roll an insight for me now. You're over here, though.
Wow.
Nice, 18.
Is that 17?
17, nice.
Now I'm still more insight.
So yeah, so you can put two and together and figure out exactly what they're doing. They've clearly been gathering owls' eggs. They've been somehow purveying which ones are close. Now these all appear to be in this similar state that they're close to hatching. So from what you can gather, they've been taking the ones which are close to hatching out of Owl's nest to keep as weapons, and then sliding the ones which get too close to hatching back into Owl's nest.
Nice. Okay, then I won't do that thing just yet.
Yeah, that's fine. And what's everybody else doing?
I didn't check
Din, what are you doing? You're the only one who still stood where we left you.
I probably went back to check up on Jackie.
Okay, so you probably pad round just in time to see like Yarlett pull him out of his robe.
Yeah, I just allow it.
Okay, cool, that's fine.
I think now that I've not rolled in an egg in Owls, I'd probably come up to Din and be like, "Why?" As my rage is still going, "Why did you attack our brother? Even his piss and cultists doesn't matter, but why did you attack our brother so violently?" He did. No, he did not. He was a pissant. And then the rage is.
He's still alive.
The rage thankfully dissipates because it would be now past.
Okay, cool.
I go, and turn away
He's
from
still
you.
alive, but what do you want?
And I just turn away from you and walk off.
Cool. Add an inspiration onto your sheet.
Thank you.
Did he have anything else, or was that it?
So no, the rest of it would be up in his tent. But yeah, no, that's all he's got.
Great. Cool.
Sweet. So what's the plan now for the rest of you? So we don't need to move on the map anymore, and you guys.
So
can...
you're with us now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so Nux probably caught his breath by now. He's probably got some stuff to tell you guys about.
Did you kill Tiffany?
Yes.
Okay. I assume you killed all of them, right?
Yes, with my staff.
I knew you had it in
technically
you.
alive.
I look at you like, fuck it.
Yeah, there were like 6 that way. Good job.
I'm impressed.
I think we should maybe take a rest, and I'll let you guys in on what's happened.
Are you gonna mention that you have one unconscious?
Oh yeah, there's a guy unconscious
So
back there.
you don't have to play it all out if you don't want to. How much of what you see do you disclose to the group?
I tell them pretty much everything except for the So I basically tell them that I was fighting the other ones. So saw the dragon, blah 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 blah. Stole the book from this guy and he didn't wake up. Then I went down, tried to sneak past the other guys but couldn't. Ended up fighting them. The other guy sent the boulder down and I dodged, and it killed the rest. Well, it finished off the final one, and then I killed the other guy.
Okay, sweet. So, yeah, I like the idea that like Nuck does give them the story this fast, but probably the two dragons would be hung up on one detail of that story more than the other.
Yeah.
You probably didn't hear anything after dragon.
In fact, I probably wouldn't mention the dragon, and then at the end I'd be like, "Oh yeah, and there was a baby dragon."
It's a baby dragon.
So what's the reaction of the two dragons to hearing that your previous masters made or at least an infant version thereof is back?
Baby Hitler.
Baby Hitler's alive.
Disbelief. I didn't believe him.
I'd be like, I'd probably grab you by the shoulders and be like, what? Really?
Yes, I didn't lie about anything, especially the dragon.
Right. Killed all those. Dragon? Oh, show us. We have to see it.
Well, let's just have a little rest first.
No.
Should we go get that one that you're not
So yeah, I imagine you guys can start your rest. I'm assuming the two dragonborns are you stomping off to go and find what he was talking about.
Well, let's all go then, and let's
Yeah.
bring your brother with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we head back down to the boulder.
Okay, cool. So we'll skip past the strength checks of you guys. But we sort of see a montage of probably like the determination just to see whether or not you said so. Is it?
I crawl through first and move the guy so he doesn't just get crushed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I try and crawl through.
Would the dragon would you guys give him time to crawl through, or would you be too determined?
I imagine he would say, "There's a guy
Yeah.
under that."
Wait,
Okay.
We're attack straight away.
Okay, cool. So that's fine. So yeah, Nut crawls through and moves the guy, and then you the two of you move the boulder out of the way, and you head on up the slope. And you're all confronted with up at the top of the camp where you fall this curtain, and then Nuck. Who heads in first? What's the marching order into the cave?
First I would actually, as we're walking there, to Din I would be like, could you slap some of that sweet religious healing on me real quick? this is the first time I've ever taken damage, and it kind of hurts.
How much damage have you taken?
11.
Yeah, I might as well. Should I give you 10?
That would be great.
Yeah, I do that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Cool. So yeah, as you're walking, Din places a hand on your shoulder as his eyes roll back in his skull, and the pain from the back of your skull subsides from where the large spectral hammer clobbered you.
Thank you.
Sweet. So you guys all just how are you heading into the?
I'm heading straight in.
I'd probably stop you just at the thing, just be like, okay, I know you wanted to see this, but it seems to be very. It's not going to just Dragonborn, and then I bring out the whip, and I'm like, your brother was basically torturing it.
Oh.
So just
I kick the unconscious Jackie.
Oh, he's way back.
Way back. Yeah.
No, I thought we said we were bringing him.
Oh, you're dragging him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, you give Chacky a kick.
Yeah. So I'm just maybe I know you guys are like this is a big thing for you, but maybe just stand back and just don't do anything too sudden or because it's very scared. Okay.
I can talk to animals.
So many feelings inside me. Dragons don't have feelings. What is this?
And then
Killed?
I just pull the curtain.
Oh, if you're
across.
hungry, I saw the latrine pit back there.
I'm gonna fucking kick you in the
So yeah.
There's plenty of matter out there.
So yeah, I think as they're having that conversation, Nuck pulls the curtain aside, and we sort of see initially the same as before. I think now it is actually probably morning. The light blinds you all for a second, and as you focus, you see sort of hunkered down in the corner, the shape of this large snake-like thing with its huge black antlers and large, long, grandiose mustache. But you do also see these welts all over its body, where it's been attacked with the whip. It just hunkers down in the corner. What's everybody doing? How are you approaching it?
Can I try and talk to it?
I wouldn't say your talking to animals would work, but I'll give you advantage in sort of trying to communicate with it, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try to communicate with it to tell it that we're friendly.
Yeah, you're the smallest and least intimidating, so as far as it knows.
So yeah, I hop in, pigtails aflutter.
So it'll be animal handling, but I'll give you advantage because you're a forest gnome, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's talking to these beasts is your shit. So.
All right.
I'm standing far away, like at least 20 feet.
That's 12. I don't get any pluses to it. Or crit.
Crit. Okay, so describe how you're doing it. So you're successful in convincing this thing that you're not threatening. How do you do so?
So I guess talking with animals assumes I can speak critter. So for this, I would kind of do like an imitation of critter, if it, this thing's form of critter, where I'm like trying to growl to it, you know?
Yeah,
Or
you
like
think
growl
of,
and clicking and
yeah,
stuff.
you think of similar reptiles and you sort of chirp at it. You make noises like baby lizards would make. You gently approach it. What else do you do? Are you presenting it with food? Are you attempting?
I'd hold out a ration, and I'd crouch down so I'm even smaller.
Okay.
In fact, I think I'd sit down and hold it out in my palm.
Okay. So yeah, I think you notice as you hold it out, like there's another slab of meat on the floor, like now dusty and covered in rubble, unused. But yeah, you hold it out in your hand, and there's a long sort of, it's probably a good like 30 seconds where you're just stood there completely still with it, analysing the situation. But slowly it pans forward into the light. I'd say like the moonlight behind it and above, like it casts this large antlered shadow over the top of Yarlet. But then it gently moves down and it gingerly takes the meat from your hands.
Okay.
And then tilts its head back, and with a single gulp, it's gone.
All right. And then I would reach out and kind of like give it a little scratch.
Little scrooch.
yeah.
So yeah, you give it a little scrooch behind the ears. Where are the Dragonborns? Are you guys within sight of all of this?
Scooby-Doo watching from around the corners, stacked up.
Hanging way back, but watching.
Okay.
I'll be around wherever Nut might be, since he's been quite sensible about it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think it's friendly to Yarlet, but you do see while Yarlet you would notice this because of the crit on your animal handling. It's feeding from you, but its eyes are constantly going between you and the two Dragonborns. It's never letting them out of its sight.
Sure.
And it still seems distrusting.
So yeah, I would kind of shoo you guys away. Like, give me a little bit. I'll handle this.
Let's take a look through your brother's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to keep them tied up so you can question them once they wake up. The cultist is waking up first.
Cool. You have a proper route through Jackie's tent?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
No, we just killed his colts, so
May as well rob him.
yeah. Murdered everyone. Might as well rob him too.
The real world is harsh, brother.
Okay. So yeah, you find a few things. The first thing you probably find is like you find some writing tools. It's like empty, a lot of empty scrolls, and you can clearly see, like you quickly realise that the book that you have completed, somebody's been creating copies of or starting to.
Right.
There's probably like two created, like less gilded versions than yours. They're probably just sheets of paper pinned together, but you notice that the text is the same as the book that you have.
Right.
So there's a couple of copies and one half-finished copy of that. There's probably pretty much any sort of artisan tools you would like would be in here. So that you find sort of like after rummaging around behind some of the cloaks, you do find that he's got like this, like it looks like a cabinet, and sort of on the shelves that you can see there's all these different small intricate tools. You sort of see vials, there's prongs and that sort of thing.
Would there be navigator's tools?
Yes, that would probably catch your eye first, so you would notice a compass, a sextant.
Yeah, I'm taking the navigator's tools then, because I can use that to help us in survival.
Nice.
Sweet, so yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna put it down as a sat nav.
And then yeah, so the rest of the room is just lots of fine silk, and this is the sort of stuff you'd be aware, like you can actually trade these things. Probably the Dragonborns wouldn't know, but the gnome and the dwarf, you would know this stuff would be very valuable if you were to go to civilization and trade it.
Okay.
Nice.
All these tools, you mean?
No, mostly the silk. Like there's just finds. He's just.
Oh, nice.
So this is all of like the upscale stuff that they've stolen from the merchant.
Yeah, the shit was kept in the room with the prisoner, and the eggs, and then all of the more valuable stuff Chackie's been keeping in his chambers.
Is that prisoner still alive?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Oh, we're just kind of ignoring him.
Bye.
Bye then.
Right, okay, we should probably go.
So can everybody roll a history check for me, just to see if you recognised him at a glance, if nobody was paying any attention.
13.
Ooh, what's my history? History 0, so 18.
18. Okay. So yeah, Nuck, you would have probably noticed him briefly. He looks like they're the only other people who live in the gravel fields. But unlike you, they're considerably more feral. These are the cannibals who live on the gravel fields. He wouldn't have been stripped of his clothes because he wouldn't have been wearing any. And you probably would recognise him as being the same as the people who had a lot of the people who had their hands bound up in Al's lair who'd been used as bait.
Right.
They would be these same people. They would be the cannibals from the forgotten gravel fields.
Human?
Human, yes.
Yeah, keep him for later.
Yeah, he's tied up, he's not gonna, like, unless he gnaws his own arm off. That could be possible, but let's not go there. Right, okay. So I guess, yeah, what are you guys thinking? Like, this is a pretty big thing.
I don't know what to think anymore. What are we gonna do with a dragon? We can't. It wouldn't be safe to take it out.
It wouldn't fit out of the hole in the ceiling either. You guys could probably all climb out, but the dragon's a bit too big. Like particularly with its antlers, like you'd have to saw its antlers off if you were to push it out through that hole.
I mean, I could use the antlers for things, but that's not the point. Would it fit through the low ceiling bit that we had to crawl through?
What, back at Alice's lair?
Yeah, so before we had to walk through that little path through the...
Yes, it would have to crouch down, and it would be one hell of an animal handling check to sort of like push it through into the spider's lair. But conceivably, yes.
Okay.
Like you'd have to get owls out of the way. If you want to get this thing out of here, you either need to make that hole bigger and just find a way of getting it up there and convincing it to let you throw it up, or you have to go back out through Alice's lair.
There's food for plenty of all the dead people.
Yeah, for now we don't have to worry about getting it out. We need to rest up, interrogate Shaki and them, go back, look through all that produce for anything we want to keep, and then kill the spiders.
Cool. So where are you guys resting?
Probably with the tents here.
Okay.
Yep.
So you take up residence in Shaki. Shaki's got a fairly plush tent.
Yeah. Before we do, we also tie up the other guy that's unconscious.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You can drag him up to where you are?
Yeah.
So I would take down like the curtain and everything, and I would try to coax the dragon into the tent.
Okay, roll an animal handling check for me.
Do I still get advantage for it?
Yes, you do. Yeah. This is, especially seeing as you've already convinced it. Like you'll get advantage now dealing with it in general.
I got 16 total.
16. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Like you coax it. Like it initially, like it reaches the threshold where the curtain is, and it stops. Like there's no bars keeping it here, but like the main convincing is to get it to come past the threshold where this curtain's been hung. Okay. But you manage to coax it out with some more food, and it does come, and it gingerly steps out. And you see, like almost as soon as it's out of that dank little hole it was in, like its shoulders raise a little bit higher. You probably take a half a step backwards as you realise just how big this thing gets compared to you. But yeah, it does gingerly follow after.
So how big is it compared to me?
It's sort of like
no, that is not crouched.
Compared to you, I think to the Dragonborns, it's sort of like Great Dane sort of size, like a very large dog.
Okay.
To you, it would be like, a
horse.
A horse. Yeah, but well, probably bigger than a horse.
So I could ride it.
You could theoretically ride it. Yeah.
Little Tyrionette.
Yeah, right. And once we're in the tent,
it probably wouldn't enter the tent if the dragons were in the tent.
Sure.
Well.
So what I want to do is I want to turn to you guys, and I'm gonna be like, I need you guys to trust me, and I need you to kneel when I do this, so it will see me commanding you.
I walk out of the tent.
Are you an idiot?
If I won't go in a tent, then I can just go into another tent.
Yeah, so yeah, run takes an inspiration as well, run. So yeah, run strides out of the tent and just goes into one of the tents that the fanatics were occupying and goes on with considerably less plush cot that's in there.
I'm already sat on Chaki's bed and I'm reading the book and I'm just starting my rest now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And then Din, where are you sleeping?
Or do you?
Well, I'm on board with Yarla's plan.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So yeah, Yarla. So you trying to convince this thing that you have fealty over, or you have power over dragons.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be another animal handling. This will be considerably harder because you're trying to get rid of this fear of dragons, which is long drilled in. I'm going to say it's going to be like a 19. If you're going to, and it'll probably only convince it that Din's friendly.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see what I get here. No. 7 was the total.
7. Okay. So no, yeah, you see it watches what you're doing, and it clearly takes some interest, and it's clearly bright enough that it is taking in what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it still makes sure to keep, like, almost it keeps you between it and where Din is.
That's fine. So yeah, I would leave it a few rations in the corner.
But it's a circle.
What? Like if here's the bed, I'll put it like right here.
Yeah.
Like next to the bed.
Okay. Why is it in the tent?
Yeah. And then I'll also sit down in the plush bed.
Okay.
Which I assume is pretty fucking massive for a dwarf and a gnome.
Yeah, you both fit on it if you're willing to share. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You've been in. you think back to you've been into more intimate situations than this, when you both crammed in that minor illusion. Din, what are you doing? So Jarl retreats into the tent and leaves this dragon sort of out on the side, munching away on rations. Everybody's sort of...
Well, it's in the tent now, right?
Oh, it's followed into the tent. So, are you going to try and approach it, or are you going to just go sleep?
If it's noticeably scared of me, I probably won't try and approach it now. I'll just stay away, keep my distance.
Okay. You're going to go into the other Fanatic's tent? You're going to sleep in the same one with Run, or...?
Yeah, I'll go cuddle up with my brother.
Okay. Cool.
Just
you wouldn't both fit on the bed, so if you're going to go in the same room with him, you'd have to like throw a sheet down and sleep on the floor. But you can do that if you want.
No, get on the same bed. Sleep on top of him.
You'd have to be spooning if you're going to be on the same bed, and we'd have to get the bed to make a Constitution check.
Do it.
Desecrate Tom's bed.
I mean, we're not right now on speaking terms, but I suppose it's a way to get back on speaking terms.
You'll say something at the very least.
You're going to spoon?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
So Run. I'm not going to get any checks. Din, you're probably facing the wall of the side of the tent. I'm facing away, but you hear the weight of the footsteps entering the tent. There's nobody this could be other than Din. And yeah, after a few seconds, like there's no words spoken, but Din sidles into the bed alongside you. Do you drape an arm over the top? Din, you go for the full spoon?
No, I just kind of awkwardly lay down.
Sweet. So yeah, some sort of attempt's been made, but yeah, Din crawls into bed with you. What do you do, Run?
Stay silent for a while and just go, "Good night, brother."
Cool.
These giant ribs sticking into you.
Cool. So yeah, I think that's where we end. So we sort of like see Run says good night, brother.
Don't forget the Constitution set you for the bed.
Oh yeah. The bed.
This will be a thing and a half. Won't it?
Just after an hour, just zap.
So it needs to be more than 10. So yeah, after a few seconds, like good night, brother. There's like a. And like you don't get spilled out of it, like the bed just becomes a foot shorter suddenly. Neither of you fall out, but it just crunches down to the floor.
And then I say good night.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, then Din says good night, and he tries to roll onto his back, and he's almost immediately asleep. And I would say a cold sort of sweeps through the area. We sort of see that we get a shot of the other tent, and the dragons sort of happily going at these rations now. It seems rather soon that the dragons aren't there, and we sort of see like. Nuck's been out to sea or not, so he probably wouldn't notice, but similar to when you're walking up the side of the mountain, a chill comes through the area. Yarlet's shoulders probably get pulled up to her side, and we see where Din's lying on his back. His eyes, like when he's casting his spell, his eyes have rolled into the back of his head, and he begins gently twitching in his sleep. Enough that you probably think he's just shifting in his sleep, but his eyes are rolling back and he begins slowly convulsing and jittering. He begins to slowly say something under his breath, and then the screen cuts to black with white writing that says 3 C's, and the credits roll.
Would I have been even close to have an idea that that you're saying something, let alone what you would have said?
It would just sound like sleep muttering to you, just yeah.
Are we taking a long rest or a short rest?
Up to you guys.
I'd imagine
Long rest.
if we're lying down for sleeps.
Yeah, I'd say it's just a bit long rest.
Because the others are going to be up in just a couple hours.
True, actually, yeah.
They are bound, but okay, yeah. So yeah, you can deal with that.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that next time.
They'll be awake before the end of our long rest.
Yeah.
But I mean, just talking.
And long rest, you don't technically have to be sleeping. You can, as long as it's not exerting, you can still be technically long resting.
We could just take turns watching them.
But yeah, so I think we cut it with Din's eyes rolling into the back of his head, and then the credits roll.
Alrighty.
Woo! Oh boy.
Ooh.
Good session.
GG. Oh.
Finally, you guys are resting, so that world check you did ages ago is finally taking hold.
What check was that?
The world events table.
Oh yeah.
Oh. We're going to go back and the tribe's going to be gone.
That would just fuck my plan up even more.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that just be the fucking way?
Yeah, GG. We cleared this. Dungeons in D&D can take an alarmingly long time to get through once you're on this setting.
Yeah.
And if you think of like how far and how much time passes when you're in the overworld versus once you're in a dungeon, it's so different. But yeah, you guys have cleared So we sort of cut it out, and then we do, as the credits, your names finish rolling past. We sort of see Al's cave appear on the screen and a big tick.
It's marked green on the map.
Yeah. Excellent.
So that's a fair amount
Oh,
of experience.
yeah,
Experience,
we've got some experience to calculate.
Yeah. And we're gonna get
Okay.
even more when we smash those spiders next time.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's count these up. So, one infant owl's his challenge rating was he's 0 technically because of his health, but I'll bump it up 1 challenge rating. But actually, I'll bump him up 2 because if he'd actually bitten you, that'd have been bad times for anybody. So
Good to know.
It goes challenge 1/8.
So 0 is 10, 25 at 1/8, 50 at
It's
half.
50, so he would have been worth 50.
50 at half, 100 for 1,
Yes.
200 for... No, that's not right.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, 50 for him. The other one rather on the sheet. So how many cultists did we kill? Let's count these
1,
up.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll give
6.
you experience for the one you knocked out as well. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6.
So I guess we get experience with Jackie if we knocked him out.
Well, yeah.
Yes, yeah, you will. So the cultists are worth 25 each. So Smithy, 25 times 6.
150.
150. Thank you. And then the Fnatic, he was worth quite a lot. The Fnatic was worth 450.
Woo! That's
And then Chappie, he's also worth 450.
Nice. He's suddenly going to jump to level 3.
So divided by 4,
900.
It's 275 experience each.
275, so what's that? 2. So 6, 7, 740.
745 for me. So I've got.
Oh yeah, 745. Yeah.
Cool, so that'll be the same for Smith, wouldn't it? He was on 470 before, is that what you want?
So how much total was it each?
275.
Okay. That's easy.
I'm going to add one more inspiration to your sheet as well, Smithy, for all the stoving.
Thanks.
What's level 3 is 900?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get them spider eggs.
We still need to investigate the.
So, quick
Okay,
question:
well,
if you
but
use
more.
the
True.
What were you guys on?
if you
total,
use the
sorry?
10 inspiration for half the level of
745.
experience,
Yeah.
do you get the full amount of experience?
What do you mean, sorry?
Yeah.
So say.
Oh, so if it takes you over a level?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't like hit a level and then just cut out or anything like that. You do just get that amount of
So
experience.
you would get 300
7.
because you get 300 because
No, it's half of the level.
Half of
Yeah.
the difference between the levels, so however
Oh,
much
okay,
you
I
need
see.
to get to the next
Yeah,
level. you
I
get
see.
half
So
of it.
another 300.
Play the
You
long
you
game,
tempted
bro.
to spell it, to spend it, are you?
Play the long game, bro.
You know what? What long game? What long game? I'm
game is
gonna
living.
spend it. I'm gonna spend it.
You leveling up then, are
Get
you?
10 experience because I just fought another wizard.
Yeah,
And
think that makes sense.
I learned some fucking magic, and now I get level 2 spells. Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
And he just used a level 2 spell on me, so there we go.
Nice, yeah, very good.
I'm down to four inspiration now, but absolutely worth. So now I will jump up to 970.
Cool, nice.
So how?
You get-
What's level 3? Or I mean, what's the next level after that? Amount of
I
experience.
think it's 1,500. Maybe it's. I don't know. I literally just had it.
So level 4 is 2,700.
700,
It's,
yeah,
it's the
jumps
big,
up.
it's the big jump. It's level 4.
Right. That's fine. No problem.
It's the last one before you get a proficiency increase as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
GG guys, that was good.
Yeah.
You cleared it, Dave. I feel like you didn't quite get your the way you envisioned that guy.
This is why we don't make plans.
You're right. This
Yeah,
one.
never make plans. I always used to do that on my characters, and it gets
Well,
so frustrating. so
Never make
quickly.
hope is the answer.
Yeah.
You guys.
Mhm.
Not even
Where's the
hope.
player's
not even
handbook?
plan.
Huh?
Where's the player's handbook?
Okay, sorry.
Oh.